bit more difficult for them to make their way through to some of these bigger events. So I think there's a lot more riding on it for them, even though the odds are stacked against them.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like we are transitioning into the game now. So without any further ado, we can just hop straight into this game. Spirit taking on for the win. It's going to be Dust2, as we just mentioned, as that first game. Spirit started on that CT side.
Lots aggression in towards mid early on. CT is pushing all the way up, but the Tiers, they've taken all the way control out towards long. What's interesting here is keeping an eye on stadodo, who has taken early contact in mid. Brought down low. He's the one that's holding the flank. Magix is trying to hunt him down while the rest of the Tiers make their way onto the site. Patsy tucked in towards Gandalf. Rotations coming in from short as well as that bomb goes down.
Yeah, for sure. And now suddenly Spirit are thrown into this difficult situation. Stadodo's watching for Magix as well. But there's going to be a little bit of a time in here. Team Spirit, they have got a smoke to work with, but no kit. They're going to rotate forward. 3 players up towards short. In fact, make it a 4th. This could be a very difficult retake.
Smoke at the moment, providing some cover. They'll sit on behind it, but now the retake comes on through. Wonderful alongside Chopper. Wonderful gets that first kill. Sucker tucked in, has found one, but a nice shot from Wonderful. That's another one coming the way of Siren. The bomb, though, there's just no time to get the defuse. They're finding all the kills. They left it far too late. No kit able to get through. So the pistol round, despite everyone falling, goes the way of for the win.
Yeah, really nice round 4 for the win, especially on the T side. It's important to get off to a good start, get that momentum in check early. 4 spy coming through immediately from Team Spirit as well. Scout on Wonderful, couple of Famises, 5-7s. Got to see if they can immediately bounce back.
Aggression in towards lowers this time. Magix is going to find the opener. Patsy coming in on through. Picks up the MAC-10, so that's now a weapon that can be taken across. Smoke as well. So nice opener. Goes the way of Team Spirit. 4 spy already panning out well for them. No ground yet taken, really, by the Tiers. They're holding on to see if any further pushes come through, but nothing so far. Team Spirit happy with that opener, and now they can reset. They put 3 players over towards A, leaving Patsy all alone with that MAC-10 to cover off B.
Look at this rotation. Chopper making sure that no one is here upper. Deep smoke in for the win. Looking to test over towards long. Siren with the FAMAS out is just jiggling. Waiting for any contact, and there it is. Agile swings on forward. Going to deploy a smoke of his own as well, just to delay even more time. Magix is here in support. 50 HP, just tucking on in. Lays down a one-way of his own.
Magic's using this one way as well. Over the top, gets that first kill. Bomb dropped out in the open as well. There's a trade coming back through from stadodo, but they're being peppered on down. Ashel's so low. Sucker just trying to fight his way through. Does catch off Siren on that boost. Wonderful has dealt with Ashel. Chopper's just walking on through with the 5-7. Gets the first, looking for the second here. Able to connect it as well. The retake this time, plenty of time for Spirit to get it. So with the 4 spy coming through, they get the round immediately, bouncing back 1 apiece.
Yeah, really nice response from Team Spirit. They're able to lock in that forced investment back without too much trouble. 2 casualties is perfect for the economy because they can also just upgrade their weapons. And for the win, it gets a little bit difficult immediately after converting that pistol round. They are going to reinvest. These are the 4 spy wars. Consecutive rounds in a row is what's going to separate these 2 teams, and it's going to put one of them on towards a little bit of an eco. Siren taking a little bit of early damage from that scout as stadodo.
Flashes over the top, but all the utility out towards long, denying any sort of presence. Magix can hold on to that one for free. Spirit with all these rifles, feeling confident, taking this ground. Seen a few M4A4s now out in the mix. Obviously, we're not playing on the Anubis patch, but we are playing on the rifle change patch. This is a real map that I think lends well to these changes. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's being removed, so maybe not so impactful, but if for this brief period where we have it in the pool with that patch, it does make a difference. We get to see the A4 out quite a bit.
But for the win, they're going to go in. They're going to flash their way forward. Deagle's out. And utility on the way through, but that's a good shot from Diaz to open up the account. Patsy's just here, just trying to provide a little bit of overwatch for the rest of his team rotate over. Team Spirit, they've got everyone here towards CT right now, trying to retake from these two angles, door and window.
Yeah, they're just going to be going for it. Flashes over the top. Suka holding the line, gets the first one. Look how low they all are. Wonderful finds one. Dodo sitting in the smoke. Peeking out, looking for something. Suka going to find that onto Wonderful again, just playing around this corner. Magic's got one in response, but there's just really not enough time here, and they're not finding any more of these kills. So despite all the damage done to these players, that B bomb site continuing to prove to be so difficult to retake. So for the win, the Force by Wars continue as they bounce back.
Yeah, look at this. Can't just cut out these two sides at all. And now it's going to be very difficult to split these two sides. Team Spirit, I imagine you just force back into this, right? That's exactly what happens. You see that the investment comes through again. Wonderful. Purchasing that scout once more. And the pressure right back onto this T side. This is big. This is a very important round because if For the win this, the economy is going to be completely shattered for Team Spirit. Two players starting out long for the CT side. Magix, who started the game incredibly well with 5 kills to his name, spots out another. Agar got to be so careful not to be caught, but he's completely trapped in the corner.
It's a difficult one to get out of. Magix has him absolutely locked in. There is no escape. His time is absolutely numbered. Although, has an opportunity here. Maybe if he just fights his way out, that's the answer. Magix falls. Chopper still has him locked in. Siren taking a bit of damage. Diaz does take some as well. And again, Team Spirit are peppering them down, but not quite able to connect these final kills. Chopper falls all the way back to site. He's the only one over at A at the moment, but Wonderful is rotating over with that scout. He has no armor behind it. It's actually playing in towards mid, which means Chopper is the only one towards A at the moment. For the win, are gearing up towards a split that way, but Patsy is going to strike first in towards mid, removed immediately by Rosdos. Chopper now pushing on forward, a good trade back. Now the rest of the T's are going to make their way to A.
Yeah, Smoke's going to come down in, and that's a good trade. But it still throws it into a 2 versus 2. Weapon advantage is currently with For the win. No utility, although Wonderful has just picked up an incendiary.
No kit, though. Really difficult, unless they're given a kill here. And that might have been it. Wonderful burns out Suka after getting the tag. Agile, he's low. He's all the way back in towards Pit. There's no smoke at all to block this off. He can just play around these long corners. They're going to have to get onto this bomb, and it's planted for him. Incredibly difficult. Wonderful taps the bomb. Siren providing the overwatch. And in fact, with this plant position, they can't quite swing onto it. They're going to be able to get off the defuse. Well played in the retake. Wonderful coming up clutch there with that Molotov kill.
Yeah, very important piece of utility secured by Wonderful and thrown in at the perfect moment. Match is going to take a little bit of a pause, which means we get a temporary respite in the action. But Team Spirit battle back in again, and you can imagine that For the win are going to reinvest, and that is exactly what happens. We are starting this game off incredibly strong here. Back and forth affair. No team wants to keep this one going and just let the other one pull away. It is neck and neck. And a tactical pause, I imagine, was just taken. Take a little bit of a breather, and I'm going to get straight back into the action.
Yeah, For the win are getting these bomb plants down, and they're doing so much damage that even when they're conceding these couple of rounds, there's an incentive to be reinvesting each time. Don't want to let the CTs build up that economy. And, well, Spirit, they've been struggling in some of these rounds. Siren gets legged early. Not a good start for him.
No, not the most ideal scenario at all. Upper tunnel's control has been established by this Portuguese side. Stadodo lining up the hinge smoke as well. So that's going to be deployed. Agile just applying a little bit of pressure out long to try and lock Magix into his position. And now they can reconvene. A bit more of a standard default now for the win as they deploy utility towards short and look to take that control. But they have to get past both Chopper and Wonderful.
Yeah, tall order here. I love that we still, like, we've got all these nerdy hinge smokes coming out with, like, lineups with the AWP, and then it's like, nope, Dust2's gone. You've got all this effort of getting all these, like, pixel perfect lineups, which is all the rage it felt like earlier this year. Now they're gone. Pressure on towards B. It also just burns alive. The split is coming through. Patsy under pressure. Has a teammate tucked in all the way back plat, but might not even be needed. Patsy's doing everything here with the A4. Can get that reload off. Siren has just been tucked in the whole time. Eventually, he is actually taken down through that smoke. But Patsy, he's still standing strong. The bomb delivered on a platter. stadodo walks out straight into the eyes of Chopper. So an easy hold for Spirit, only losing one.
Yeah, there we go. That's Spirit completely resetting the economy of for the win. And that means it's going to give them a little bit of a breather for the win. You can imagine they're probably going to save here, try and build up some money, which will allow Spirit a little bit of a buffer potentially. You've just got stadodo on this scout.
Finally, maybe a bit of a break in the action. Can slow down a little bit. stadodo, the only one that can really do much here. Magix has got the AUG out, and he just might be on for a cleanup. They walk straight into him, an easy spray down. stadodo does chime in with that scout, but it's a consolation frag at this stage. They're just hounding his position. 2 pushing up through mid. He's actually managed to reposition and potentially get away, but not for long. Siren has him locked on in. Spirit get their 4th round, getting into the swing of things now. But for the win, they are going to reinvest into this. stadodo's force into that scout was intentional, knowing that he couldn't get an AWP into this round anyway, so decides to go for the scout, so at least they've got something a little bit more behind those Glocks. Now he can reinvest once again into a scout. Not quite the AWP, but will do the trick. Rest of the team has all of the AKs out, which is almost the same, the team Spirit. Half of their rifles, AKs at the moment, as they take all the control out towards long.
Flashbang through. Diaz looking to take point. Magix holding the HE. And now just waiting for the win. Taking control now towards short. Utility being forced out of Team Spirit's hand. Now just waiting. stadodo with the flash over the top, accommodated by a run boost as well for the win. They have got a lot of control.
Wonderful with the AWP though. Power position, but oh, it's not for long. Just what an absolutely disgusting pick. Swung out, absolutely deleted. And now Chopper, Magix, sorry, gets removed as well. These swings are precise from for the win. Pre-firing these angles with precision. And that might just be the round. There is a gap here, and with this potential catch on the spot, not going to be able to do anything. Patsy does get one in towards mid, so maybe that will incentivize them to make their way through.
Potentially. Siren, yeah, considering it. Dropping a HE. Doesn't do too much damage. Sucker swinging for the fences, the spam, it goes both ways. A little bit of blinding, but actually he does find Patsy. 2 versus 4, and to be honest, this should be the wave off. Team Spirit, they shouldn't be advancing for this, but Chopper will get another kill, and actually a second, but he's now been thrown into this 1 versus 2, and it feels like with the bomb timer ticking forward, the fact he doesn't have a defuse kit, although he has just picked one up as I say that, he's just going to hold strong, try and survive with his AK, and bring that forward into the next.
Get good damage done again. 3 players going down. It's definitely going to continue this brawl on Dust2. 1 round now separating the two. And plenty of money for Team Spirit to invest. Wonderful can even get out the AWP, so this is actually absolutely fine. Particularly with that AK saved over, allowing that drop over to Magix. Now we're starting to see that stat line about the lost rounds in their wins being 15 plus coming into play. Just how back and forth it is between these two teams. Oh, Patsy, what a peak. And a second as well. Not normally the offer for this squad, but he's making it work. 2 huge kills in towards mid. That's going to send for the win. Scrambling. Bomb picked back up. Heading over towards B. Siren is here and wonderful with his AWP. Isn't far away. Even Chopper starting to rotate over, so they can have everybody reinforcing here. Well, Chopper just picks up the util, falls back. Bit of a spread here. In fact, with all the silence going on, there's a bit of a gap here towards B, but not for very long. Oh, Sokka has the AWP. He's looking on forward, gets Patsy on the peak. Siren's tucked on into the side, a flash over the top, fighting towards mid. That's a huge one. Chopper has to come out good on. Flashes over. Siren forced out into the open from the Molotov. Rostos over the top finds him. But Chopper has gotten one in towards mid. Puts it into the 2-on-2. Bomb can be planted. But the cross is being held. Ajah decides to full on back. Regroup with his teammate. They have a bit of time here. Kit picked up by Magix. A smoke in his hand in the sentry out towards tunnels. But they're already in front of it. Flashbang primed over the top. Swaps out to the AK. Smoke even in towards the corner just to block off that position, but Rostos on the side has a good headshot angle, gets that first one, wonderful immediate trade, but the T's come out ahead. So for the win, they come back from a 3-on-5 there, find their way back into that round after getting demolished in mid by Patsy.
Yeah, really well played. By for the win. Nice little 2 versus 2 crossfire, just lock in Team Spirit out each and every moment. Now just armed with the USPs. It feels like for the win can get another round back. And I'll tell you what, the fact that it is already potentially 5 rounds on this T side, that's looking very good for this Portuguese squad. 1 flashbang being lined up for Chopper. He can get set to deploy that if he feels like his team are feeling under pressure at long. But in fact, it's just a little bit more of a default. You can see that for the win, they're playing a little bit more reserved. The only player getting a little bit inquisitive is Stadodo, but he's got that Mac 10.
Yeah, pretty standard to send the Mac 10 player out on the hunt, get the information, and then the rest of the team can push elsewhere. So Stadodo is getting that info. Splits out a couple of players, eventually deals with one and another. So he can farm up all the cash here. Even get some more if he decides to drop on down. He's accelerating around. Stadodo swings on through. Yeah, this one should be easy enough to clean up. He's going to get heaps of cash. Look at that. In fact, that's the ace for Stadodo. A very casual ace, but an ace nonetheless.
Easy peasy. Nice stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're yet to see Wonderful in the AWP, apart from this round. Which I feel like that would be the key difference coming into this. This head-to-head with himself and Stadodo, both on 7 kills apiece. Kill distribution, very good. Just across the board entirely. Something you expect in these close games. But I really like to see that everyone is on a level pegging here on the server. Everyone's fighting tooth and nail to progress here in the upper bracket semi-final at ESL Challenger League Season 43.
Yeah, I feel like that's very quiet 7 kills from Wonderful. the best highlight I've seen so far this match has been Patsy with that double in mid a few rounds prior. See what Wonderful can do. Going to be pushing in towards lowers early. Chopper and Patsy taking contact there while the T side set up over towards long, but they're going for a bit of a slow one here. Boost up over. flash over the top, but all this fancy footwork for nothing. Nobody is there. Team Spirit now, they're going to go for a little bit of a fact-finding mission in towards B. GS is over that. That might be where the first contact comes through. In fact, all three CTs have taken that control. For the win, still haven't punched out through long doors.
Oh, but now they will. Keep dropping down these smokes. Agal can also line up a Molotov in towards the car. Magic's, oh, okay, dropping a little bit of utility down. That's nice. We've seen a lot more of these. That one obviously wasn't a lineup, but there's now nade lineups being used to like drop smokes in certain positions where they just go completely still and they don't move at all, which is quite cool. I didn't think that would be part of the meta, but it really is. Look at these nades being thrown again. Agile brought down incredibly low by the spam. Chopper finishes him off. That's a great kill to find. And with 30 seconds left for the win, they're funneled into this position.
I'm fuming if I'm Agile. Doesn't see anybody. 2 nades and then spammed on through the smoke. That's about the worst case scenario. DS gets a nice kill in towards mid. And that's another one from Erosdos. Catches Magix over the top of the smoke. Chopper now, he's under pressure alongside Wonderful on towards short. They're trying to take these fights. Siren has found one Chopper with 2 huge headshots. Now leaves it all on stadodo's shoulders. 1 versus 2 spotted as he picks up that bomb. Just going to fake it out, but he's got no time to be going for this. Hits the flick. Oh, it's the second. That could have been it, but couldn't quite connect it. A heroic attempt, but Spirit take the round.
Oh, so close from stadodo. I really like the fact he tried that. Even with 4 seconds left, he goes for the swing, but it's just not enough. Team Spirit, they do manage to win that round again. But in fact, their finances take a hefty toll off the back of it. Look at this. Chopper working with an MP9. Wonderful back out on the scout. So the buy for the win is actually a little bit better.
Yeah, no one's really been able to feel comfortable in this match. It's the way that it's been progressing. Some nice little spins there from Patsy. It's like it's in a microwave on the tech.
Love that.
Little tack. Hopefully it's heated him up. Ding. Always feels like those 5 seconds that you like on the microwave take the longest. It's the same with the round starting there.
When you put stuff in the microwave, do you just like, I wait and see if I can open the door before the timer goes off?
Of course. You don't want it to beep.
Fun little mini game. Speaking of, there's a mini game forming in towards tunnels. Look at this, 3-on-3 in towards this position. Chopper playing anti-flash, getting ready to receive on Patsy's contact. And in fact, Patsy doesn't even need him. He just finds 2 headshots immediately. That's left a Rosh in a very compromised position. Swings on forward. That's a great find. But Chopper's been tucked in the entire time.
Yeah, Chopper can now establish that control as well. Get himself an AK if he wants it. Just going to scout out to see if anybody's close by. And oh, they are about to be close by. He just makes noise swapping, which he just does. That's going to alert them. Initial contact comes through, but now they know there's a player lowers as well based on that sound cue. He's peering on through, looking for this fight. stadodo's been holding for Siren's Peak the entire time. Here's the shot. Now he's the one that peers on out. Chopper under pressure, but he is able to fall back. And look, oh, wonderful. Nice tag. They have to put the pressure on now, have to force him out. He's the weakest part at the moment, just the scout. He drops the smoke just to stay alive. Rotation's coming through now. Chopper tries to survive, but look at these shots coming through. Magic's now left alone. Both teammates on the site fall, and they've even mollied him off.
I'm so impressed with the resilience being put forward right now for the win. Magic's thrown into this 1 versus 2, flashes forward, and a defensive smoke being put down. And in fact, he's just going to try and run all the way through, catches flak off Agile's bullets, keeps spamming to force the issue out, and Magic will eventually fall to the spam for the win. Will they secure 6 on the T side of Dust2?
It's another one of those situations where it feels like they're recovering from positions where they shouldn't be able to. The fact they're able to fight their way back in towards upper B there when they've lost the initial engagement, they lose a player, they know the sort of crossfire setup, and they walk into it and they win the fights. Very impressive from for the win. Good stuff from stadodo and Agile in that situation. Now Spirit again on the back foot. Pistols out. P250 for Patsy and Chopper. Rest with the Yusps. All in short. So they might get a chance to click on some heads. Dust2 has to be careful here. Maybe not. Magic's tapped out of the server. stadodo back on the hunt with the Mac 10. Starts to take some ground for his team, clean up these USPs. Gets 2 before he's traded out. This one going about as expected, although Wonderful has done a fair bit of damage finding 2. Finds a 3rd here, that would be huge. Ross is low, so there is a potential. But he does know he's there and has him locked in.
And there we go. Clean and easy. 2 casualties, honestly, not the end of the world for this T side. They've now got money built up off the back of consecutive bomb plants. And they can just keep applying the pressure here to Team Spirit, who we know will have a fight on Dust2. Magic's even electing to buy the AUG of all weapons. That's pretty good. I'm excited to see how that one comes into the fold, because the rest of them have gone for A4s. We were talking a little bit before about this debate between the A1S and the A4. Would we ever see the AUG in play? Well, it looks like we've got our answer. 1 here on Magic. Let's see what he can provide.
Got triple kill when he pulled it out just before. He's going to get spotted this time around. And he's still going to try and go for the fight, but he comes out behind. Falls towards long. Good damage done, but, well, really the same as a kill, is it? So long taken for the win. Short control being established from Spirit in response. For the win have been doing well in these entries onto the A site, so wouldn't be surprised to see them continue to commit to this. Just have to be careful they don't lose that bomb, but Spirit aren't going to push the issue in mid.
Good find. Molotov now being lined up for short as well. Smoke's being thrown down. Flashbang's over. 3 players are here for Team Spirit. They're all in the right spots. And in fact, Chopper gets completely flushed out by the Molotov. 5 versus 2. This is looking very good for this T side indeed. And with Sucker holding this short position, they're completely locked in. That's the half 1 out by 4 the win with 8 rounds with potential to even make it double digits.
Yes, this is really impressive on the T side for the win. It just feels like they're the ones taking the initiative most of the time, outside of a few pushes in towards lower dark with the AWP. For the most part, it's been really just for the win, dictating the pace, taking the control. Okay. I think it was shooting a gun over?
I think so.
Yeah, he did a bit of chip damage to his teammates in the process. Half buy from Team Spirit, and they've already taken a chunk of damage early on.
Hinger being lined up by stadodo. Look at this push. Look at Magic's. So close up top mid, but he actually sees the smoke and falls all the way back. Next point of contact potentially could be Chopper on this lurk. Same too with Siren on the B extremity. Team Spirit taking a gamble, pushing all of the players forward in towards long.
Yeah, I don't mind it, given that for the win have been putting so much pressure towards long. It makes sense to do the same. They are holding for it, though. This is the change-up. Siren, though, great opening kill. Trade out immediately, though, before he can capitalize. Here comes that push through long. Agile standing strong. Good spray on the 2. Wonderful does get the trade eventually. Now they know where he is. Magic's was going to strike, but not for long. No chance given. stadodo with the P250 deals the killing blow as for the win. Get up to 9 rounds.
Very impressed with how For the Win are performing here. They've come out the gate swinging on their map pick. A little bit of a prediction in the pre-show. I was kind of thinking about whether For the Win would actually pick into Dust2 or Nuke. They actually decided to elect it to float it as that decider. Interesting conversation given the win rates. But Dust2, I thought this would be a lot more of an open and shut case for Team Spirit, but stadodo is proving me wrong at every single turn. Incendiary thrown through. Hago. Gotta be careful here.
I was saying in that pregame, just that stadodo has been in really good form during these playoffs. Big part of their reason that they're here in the upper semis. He's looking sharp here on Dust2. This is not going the way I expected. I'll be honest with
No.
you. For the win
Me neither.
now, there's an opener. Feels like they're in a great position to get this 10th round.
Wonderful having to deploy that short smoke, but for the win, haven't even worked their way up towards short yet. Spirit, they've got no information at all. At least Wonderful can sit on this line towards Car, because Magix has got this long position locked in. But even more utility being deployed. That's the last smoke on the side of the CTs.
Childy coming through, mid to B, well underway. Two players playing in B itself. In fact, Tropic gets one from the molly and a follow-up with the rifle. Can now fall into the side, but Roslos is here. Siren gets one, looking for the second, drops the bomb. Huge hold from Siren. stadodo now 1 versus 3, walks on through. Good kill, but he's been brought down so low, and it's too easy for Wonderful to pick him off. 6-9 is the half. When we come back after the break, we'll see who can take it.
Welcome back in, everyone. Here we are then with the second half of this first map. Team Spirit managed to pull around back at the end there to give themselves a little bit of a lifeline headed onto this T side.
Duperettas in play, very pretty ones. That's blue. Just taking a few shots in. Siren gets bullet into the toe. He's going to be okay. Makes his way through. They're going to be walking into two players here and Sucker out towards Long, who's looking for this fight on towards Magic's going to find him. Nice tap. Opener goes the way of for the win. Now they continue to press on through. Rotations have come on through for the CTs. Short has been open to be able to make their way across. Wonderful. A nice kill. Agile gets one back in response though for CTs. Still keep the man advantage. Looking for more shots just coming through left and right. The T is getting eaten alive in towards Short.
Yeah, what a play by For the win. They just hold so resiliently. Team Spirit try their best, but they can't even plant the bomb. And that is a real risk because it means that they don't have an extra little pieces of money to kind of flesh out their force investment. If they even want to buy back in, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So they're just going to work with Glocks. They want to bring these AKs out incredibly early. And that means that with the SMGs, stadodo even just remaining on dual Berettas to get the AWP out as early as possible, this should be a money-making round for the win.
Perfect start to the CT side. Nice HE. That does almost 100 points of damage. Very lovely. Now stadodo with the dualies. He's the one looking to take the fight in mid. Still probably wants to stay alive just because he doesn't have to invest that armor in. That dink on down going to keep him honest. He's going to fall back now. He gets one kill. Now he can let the MP9 and the rifles do the work. Another HE over. Not going to connect. Dust2 getting up close and personal towards mid door. Just going to swing on around. Siren was waiting for it, so it does chime in once with that Glock. Patsy and Wonderful have fallen. Any more damage they do is good here.
Yes.
Considering there's nothing in it.
Yeah, pretty standard setup as well for the win. They are playing quite default. Diaz just waiting for a potential next kill. There we go. Chopper's quick to fall, but that allows a little bit of room for Siren to get up into short regardless. The issue you've got is, well, not only the player deficit for Team Spirit, but they've got to somehow try and cross to get that bomb, which is currently being safeguarded by Diaz. So a drop in towards the mid doors could be the answer. However, stadodo is still here, tapping away with the dual Berettas. How on earth has he got that kill? But Sucker will immediately trade 2 casualties. That's completely fine.
Yeah, it gives him a reason to bring out the AWP now. Loses the armor, which is, it's a little bit of a cost, but he still managed to get body armor out, smoke, flashes, so he's happy with that. Ultimately, for the win, we'll have a pretty good buy here. 2 Fami still in the pool for them. There's Glow on the other side. Wonderful gets his AWP out as well. That's without armor on that T side. So that could be an issue. Fight going out towards Long early. Team Spirit taking control. Magic's just charging on through. Gets tapped through the smoke, but makes his way through. The spam connects onto one, but not enough to take him down. That is control established early for Spirit.
Immediate rotations coming through. Look at the response. Wonderful. Finds his target. That's the AWP on the other side, removed immediately for the Portuguese defense. There's only a couple of pieces of utility for Team Spirit. So as they line up these cross smokes, look at the reaction. Off the back of losing the sniper for the win, they've reinforced 3 players here to try and shut this one all down.
Here comes the smokes over the top for that cross. Diaz gets up on high. Using the smoke is a bit of a one-way. Peering on over it, finds the first kill into Magic's, can now drop off, can just play around it. Sirens is brought down low as well. Patsy taking point, charging it up. Good flashbang enables him to get that kill. Good adjustment as well. Agile falls. 2 openers now onto the site. That should be the avenue through. Sucker is still here as the smokes phase. Wonderful peering on through, but he's being held by so many players. Able to get the first onto Wonderful. Patsy with another huge kill. Dust2. He's so far away. Should be impossible just running away with that M4. Oh, thrown out.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
don't know if
nice.
that was necessary. It wasn't going to below anywhere.
Yeah, but just in case.
Yeah, I suppose. Cross your T's, dot your I's. Get your first T round. Lovely entry from Patsy as well. That double kill was fantastic. The second one, just spraying, ready for that swing out from Gandalf. Easy as you like it. I think, yeah, with that save done for all the utility behind it, knowing that Team Spirit haven't built up the economy yet for the win, of course, going to be forcing it.
Yeah, makes sense. Definitely does indeed. Again, we get to see a familiar default, something that we're going to become accustomed to for the remainder of this second half. Patsy using the Xbox smoke to get himself up towards short, although smokes are being primed up over towards outside of B. Flashbangs thrown forward for both sides, actually, but Siren finds the opener. A Rostos removed, and suddenly Argyle gets caught lacking out towards long. Whilst all this chaos is going on, look at Patsy. He's in towards CT spawn, and now Spirit, well, they can just go A.
Yeah, Argyle getting a little bit over-eager on that rotate, just running out towards long, and of course it's being held for. Magic's waiting for nobody. Wonderful. Nice kill. Patiently holding as well. They're locked in for the win. They're going to get nothing out of this round. And in fact, that third player going down is quite painful for them. If they lose any more, that's even worse, particularly if they lose an M4. And this is a bit more of the Spirit we expected to see.
Yeah, definitely. If they can take away this rifle with Sucker as well, that'd be essential. There we go. Gets removed from the equation. Now stadodo is left very isolated, and Siren with another headshot opens up the round and then closes it for the win. They've got no opportunity to save any of the guns, and look at the repercussions. No investment here at all coming in on the side of the Portuguese squad. And Team Spirit, they can just keep on building.
Yeah, finding those plays at the end is huge. Not losing anybody either. You can see that economy starts to build up. Very healthy. This one should just be easy peasy for them to clean up. Just the USPs. That's not how you boost. Yeah, there you go. Get on down. Team Spirit just have to take the time here, not walk into this mid stack, and all will be gravy. Such a back and forth game between these two as well.
Yeah. This can't go out the window for Team Spirit, can it? Not in this round. Smoke lined up and deployed. Look at this from For the Win. They're going to be on a very quick flank here, but Magix can just shut this all down. He spots it out. He's the safety net for Team Spirit. Chopper can now turn around, and now all the attention diverts back towards short. It's just a Rostos in top mid, and he's about to get removed as well by Magix, although... Oh, that's a lot of HE damage. I don't think he's going to be able to escape out of this one alive. Certainly not with the constant peppering of the Glocks and the HEs.
How's he alive? Not for long. Okay. That's going to be that thing where it says at the end that Rostos took damage from 4 players before dying. All right, only 1 kill. That's fine. For Spirit, they're happy to lose that. You can see that money continuing to build on this tier side for the win. It's nowhere near as healthy. They do get the AWP out on stadodo, but it's a nude one. No armor behind it. Smoke flash instead. Sucker has the FAMAS.
Team Spirit have been very good at taking this long control away from For the Win. It doesn't matter how many players they reinforce with. stadodo, it looked like he was thinking about taking a bit of a peek towards long, but thinks better of it. His task is now locking in this short presence, which Team Spirit, they've elected to go for a couple of times with these splits over. Right now, they're just waiting, biding their time out towards the long doors. Just a reminder that some of these rounds have been secured on the flank with a lovely, nice little bit of timing. Presence now being put down towards top middle. Patsy starts to work his magic.
Good ground taken. No one here either. The closest player is stadodo, and he's, ooh, sucker pairing on over. Does catch off wonderful, using that smoke to his advantage. He's brought down to half from the utility, but he'll be happy having taken down such a key player early. Makes it a bit easier for stadodo. He's now playing on towards ramp. Now, that's a very difficult position to play without armor, so he's actually going to reposition towards car, because if you can just get completely barreled by the utility. Look at this stack, though, from For the Win. They've read this well. 3 players towards B. First one going to get spotted out by Magix. Now it all comes down to these 2 players on the side. Rostos ready for them to push through. DS finds one. Rostos the second. Looking for more. Gets a good transfer. Putting Magix now into the clutch. Bomb is not in his grasp either. Has been dropped in towards mid. 20 seconds left. This one is falling apart for Spirit.
Oh, and it has completely fallen away. Agal locks it in towards top mid. What a hold from a Rostos. Just making sure that he can get a multi-kill in a position where you just don't think he's going to be able to achieve it. That is really impressive. One of the key standout players for the win. If he can turn his hands to an opportunity to bring the scoreline level, he will definitely try and do so, especially in that round. What a performance. And that spurs on this CT side to a lot more of a success. Flashbangs forward for stadodo, now trying to help his team take this long control. But in fact, this hit over towards B, that's the real area for concern.
Yeah, the only good thing for Spirit is because that economy, they got everything they need here, and they are just going to be hitting onto B. Smokes over, flashes, just going to be straight out through the tunnels. But also is under pressure again. Drops down a flash, playing behind the side box, swings out, finds the first onto Siren. Now the rotations come on through. They're being peppered. They can't find their way out of this tunnel, and they're just being eaten alive. Rostos with another. Patsy finally chimes in. These teammates are falling around him. Wonderful with the AWP. A nice shot. Gives them now an opportunity. Magix is incredibly low. Zucker is playing around here with the MP9, getting up close, and he removes wonderful. Magix so low. Now HG over the top. He's able to dodge it, back off. The bomb out of his grasp. All his teammates in the grave. For the win's 13th, all but inevitable.
This is the central save as well. If Magix can hold on to this, he can drop an AK. And with some of the loss bonus now being built up for Team Spirit, should be able to bring forward all of the rifles. Wonderful. Can't quite afford an AWP. But what a hold again. Team Spirit, they try another B play and it just gets completely shut down by the anchor players. Super impressive multi-kills, not only from Rostos this time, but from Sucker as well. Oh, no warp denied. Magix would much rather hold on to this AK. I'm super impressed by the resilience for the win have been placing over towards the B-bomb site.
It's been fantastic. Having 2 players actually within the side itself, it's not always common on the B side of Dust2. Normally you'll have a player kind of playing that rotator position who'll be playing in towards mid, rather than having 2 players committed into the side itself. But for the win, I've been favoring that more defensive hold, and it's really been working out well for them. 2 rounds in a row, we're seeing them just able to hold against the splits coming through. I mean, that time was a bit unfortunate for Spirit in that they just couldn't get out of the tunnels and they just got farmed. You know, your first player going over the box next to the door, if he goes down without finding anything, it kind of puts everything else into a mess where you're just getting spammed through, the utilities coming over, and basically walking into a wall. Wall of bullets. Not a nice wall.
Not ideal.
Not one I'd build a house out of, that's for sure.
No. Definitely would recommend something a little bit more fortified. stadodo again, this AWP uncontested. Peeking in towards short. Trying to take this initial contact. Smoke as well, thrown in towards the tunnels. Team Spirit. This one is not like the others. Originally was going to be more of a default out towards lower, then taking short. Chopper does reposition with the bomb. Flashbang over the top, but no one's home because look at the control. Before the winner gathered in the extremities, but straight down the middle of the map into the guts. Agal gets caught off guard, and that could be the opening.
All right, first time's the charm onto the B bomb site. Diaz here, a long time, a Rosdos. The utility is low, just going to be entering straight on through. Magic has the opener. Rosdos back into the site, still standing. And he's making it really difficult for them to make their way through, but now Siren coming around, able to take him down. And they don't have to worry too much now, because stadodo has an AWP, and he is so far away. And there's no way he's even going to be getting anywhere near this. Team Spirit eventually do break B. Just took 3 rounds to do it.
stadodo needs to hold on to this AWP. That's essential. Staring down top middle. Waiting. Pondering what For the Win would want to do next. Team Spirit are battling back into this a little bit. Double digits have now been found. And with that all being saved over, you can imagine that if I'm For the Win here, I just concede this. You don't need to invest anything else in. It's a conversation piece, definitely. But you can see only a smoke being purchased for Agile. It's just going to be pistols surrounding New York. So stadodo, he's got the responsibility of this round largely on his shoulders.
Rostos throws down the incendiary, peppering on through with the USP. Siren takes a little bit of damage. stadodo, he's over towards B. If Team Spirit continue with the pace, going to find a very lightly defended bomb site. DS is going to meet Patsy in a moment. Removed. But that is information. Just from throwing your body on the line, you know that it's just Patsy lurking over here and the true commitment likely elsewhere. stadodo still hasn't made his way over towards A yet, though. He's holding in towards mid. It's just the USPs here.
Yeah, look at this. A little bit of a gap on top of the box. Chopper gets spammed, but you're right. It's just USPs. Like, it should just be a complete cleanup, and it is. Now, with the intentions revealed of Team Spirit, you can see that stadodo is not going to go for that at all. Not in this lifetime. So another save is going to come through. Sucker, he's going to look for an exit kill here. If one's going to be given to him, taking a rifle forward would be wonderful for the win. But Team Spirit, they don't trip over their own shoelaces. They're currently flawless in this round, so that means their money can build up a bit, especially with this bomb plant. We've got a real game on our hands here.
Yeah, you're starting to understand that rounds lost on wins stat now. Big kill on the stadodo. AWP cannot be taken over. And no cheeky business to enable Wonderfuls to be picked up. Spirit keep it clean as they get up to 11. Well, look at the money for the win. They can invest into this, but do they want to, or do they prefer to go for the half buy, get that AWP back out?
Yeah, this is a conversation piece. Because look, stadodo or Rostos can buy. Sucker can't unless it's a FAMAS. So I feel like if you're For the Win here, you only invest partially. You just get your deagles, you flesh out your economy. You can see the fact that they're going to be within one of you. Agile can buy an M4. That one makes more sense because he can still save $1,500. So yeah, partial investment will come through. I think this is the correct decision.
Yep. They'll have everything they need to the next round and a potential to even steal this one away. Massive amount of aggression in towards the tunnels. 4 players committed to getting that ground. They don't spot anybody. Now, they're under a bit of pressure. That M4 stuck in towards lowers, but not going to really matter. At least at this stage. I got tucked on in. Might have to deal with a few angry tears. Contact coming through. He's been brought down low. Dust2 walking on through though, waiting for this peek from Siren. Going to swing out and find him. But Patsy, he's there with the immediate trade. Dust2 brought down low. Still standing and able to escape. That's the M4 removed.
Oh, P250's on short. They find another kill. Flashing themselves back, even with a smoke. Try and prevent Team Spirit from trading. Rifle cannot currently be recovered. Patsy now taking point in towards middle, trying to separate these CTs from each other. 2 versus 2 on either bomb site, and it's just pistols. So it should be fine. You've got to be careful not to walk into layers of traps that are trying to be set by For the Win. There comes the opener, over towards short. Chopper does find that kill. Especially with Wonderful locking in the flank. This should be Team Spirit's round, and there you have it. Concede it to within 1, but now it's do or die time For the Win. The Portuguese side can now bring out all of the rifles.
We're getting to that scary part of the game where getting to the tail end, if the CTs start to lose these rounds and you're in that seesaw position where you can buy one, save the next, buy one, save the next, that's where Spirit can really start to get under your toenails, put the pressure on. Even into this one, you know, For the Win's money, their buy is not fantastic. There's a bit of missing utility. There's a FAMAS in play. No head armor, not really going to be an issue. See what Team Spirit want to do. They take early control in towards top mid this time. Not going long. They managed to get Siren all the way into upper dark. You can just hold on to that position. For the Win have been pushing it a lot, so it's good to know that they don't have to worry about that for now.
Team Spirit doing very well at just using mid as a little bit of leverage. Isolating these fights. Sucker now occupying these mid boxes, in which Agal did once before, and that's actually where Team Spirit found another opener. Here comes a mid to B smoke, and it forces out utility. Good damage onto Patsy with the HE, but the flashbang sets him on through. A little bit of attention directed over there, but the true intent of Team Spirit is to execute on towards short. There's plenty of utility here for the Win to deploy.
stadodo doesn't have too much though. He's the one who has to take point here. Has that AWP. Gonna drop a smoke. That's all of his utility. Gonna use that as a one-way. Gets that first kill on the Patsy. Can now peek up on over. Second attempt. Looking for a good flick from stadodo. Chopper finds one back in response. That's the bomb. Dropped out in the open. DS rotates over with the utility as well. Chopper brought down low. Wonderful walking on through. Takes down stadodo. Now he can start to hold this position. Can allow his teammates to make their way through. And look out towards long. That's where the other flank is coming through. Chopper brought down so low. Magix is making his way through, but there's just no time. They have to get this bomb down before Magix arrives. And now he turns up, gets that first kill. Chopper swings out. I don't think it's enough time to plant the bomb. They've run out of time. Oh, that one's so painful for Team Spirit to lose.
Oh my goodness me. For the Win, just delaying for so much more time. And there's a player in mid that's beginning his rotation through towards B. He just completely disappears. Sucker runs away, makes sure that that round cannot be won for Team Spirit. That is heartbreaking. They've got plenty of money, so they can immediately invest back in. But they had complete control of the situation. The only thing not in their favor was the time on the clock. Chopper starts punching the digits with 3 seconds left, and that is just not enough.
Yeah, Chopper's decision to swing out for that kill along ultimately is what cost him that time. I understand why he went for it, because he had the opportunity, obviously, to get it while that player was distracted by Magix. But yeah, maybe over-egging it a little bit. And now Team Spirit, at least they have all the money they need. 3 players stayed alive For the Win, keeping their economy honest. It's not all over. That's a very painful round to lose.
It really is. And if For the Win convert this, and they'll be feeling even better. Because despite having 13 rounds on the board, there's a few rounds just in the previous in which Team Spirit it's felt like they've been in complete control of the game. They've been setting the tempo. And it looks like we're going to see a change of pace. Flashbangs through Team Spirit. They're going to be quick about this. And they've already spotted out stadodo in towards Goose. He's been dealt with. Diaz on the quick flank does dispatch the AWP, but there's Trays immediately back in kind for Spirit.
Yeah, big kill from Siren. Now they can take the ground. All the flames go down. The bomb can be planted this time. With plenty of time on the clock. And you can see already, it's a call to save it for the win.
Yeah.
They know their economy is in such a fragile position. They have to hold on to these rifles. And I don't blame Spirit going for a hunt here. This would be huge. If you remove these rifles... Oh, yep, there it is. The Rostos goes down. Magix doesn't need to commit any further. You've already done a lot. You find one more here, and that's huge, but I don't think they will, just given the positions of these CTs. But regardless... Now it gets very difficult for the win into the next round, and Team Spirit will be in a good position to potentially even things up.
They're even going to find, a safe piece of respite. No, Sucker gets removed as well, and Agol nearly does follow in the same suit. Just manages to get outside alive with his FAMAS into the next round. That's the only thing. That's the heaviest piece of investment for the win. What a rough situation. Team Spirit, they've reset the CT economy. Now they're in the best position going forward here. This looks like it should be a tied game. We're going to get the full 30.
Expected nothing less from this matchup between these two teams on Dust2. Team Spirit have been good at dealing with these ecos from for the win. Not really bleeding too much. This one should just be more of that. Just avoiding the FAMAS, which, you know, it's a FAMAS. So it's not really even that scary if you don't avoid it. It's about as scary as 4 USPs, really.
True. Well, it looks like by Team Spirit looking at the floor, they're going to line up a B execute. Patsy even finds the first of Rostosh now to be tested with a crossfire here. But as previously mentioned, it's just USPs. It should be pretty easy. Although Siren is getting dinked down just a little bit. And that's going to change the path and the direction for Team Spirit in this one. Now we're going to Molotov close in. Resetting back towards A, because look at the ground that Patsy's been able to gather out from short.
Being so careful about this. So to get spotted on out. That bomb's being planted on A. Team Spirit taking no chances here. Nice clean up from Magix. Wonderful getting one through the doors. Actually, no. I think that was from the side. Stadodo, he's saving a HE. He won't be holding on for that for long. Chopper's going to swing on around and deal in 14 apiece. We are all tied up at the tail end of this game.
Yeah, we are. And the loss bonus still for the win is 2,900. So if they go all in and lose, they'd be working with their backs well and truly up against the walls. Team Spirit can buy out for the remaining 2 rounds of the half. Plenty of money to do so. One full keep and afford an AWP if they do lose this one. So the advantages are well and truly with Team Spirit. Bear in mind, this is not their map pick. Good find. Siren even finds the opener. First up to the chopping block is Agile. And with stadodo stepping in at short, and the rotates coming in from Diaz, they're going to lean heavily towards this A-bomb site.
Yeah, this round is so important for the win, as you mentioned. Losing that opener, that one's going to hurt. Magic's peering on over the smoke. Not going to spot anyone just yet. Our 2 players here. They've dribbled out of smoke defensively just to slow things down. And a third rotator comes over as well. So 3 players on the site that the T's have to deal with. But Patsy's just going to swing on out, spots both, takes them both down. And that might just be the final nail in the coffin. stadodo gets 1 on that entry through. So keeping a fighting chance here for the win. Rostos is still tucked in on the B bomb site though. And stadodo looks like he's just wanting to get out. So Team Spirit are finally from the deficit able to push back. And we'll be getting map point here on Dust2.
Huge round from Patsy. Swinging on in towards car, getting rid of both players towards elevator. And those entries were sublime, especially Siren as well. You've got to not understate his impact here in the game, finding a considerable number of openers. That one, potentially the most important one of the entire game for Team Spirit. And they've got money here. They should definitely be hunting and forcing the issue. That's exactly what's going on with Chopper and Siren leading the pack in towards the B bomb site. This crossfire needs to hold strong, otherwise for the win, they can be working with even less into round number 30.
Yeah, throw everyone into the mix here. stadodo goes down. Only survivor, Rostos. Probably was not. What? Siren. Lights out. No chance for Rostos. That's just salt in a very exposed wound, piles it in, pours in a massive 500-gram thing of salt. Really putting that one home. Yeah, don't think too much about it, man. It's a bit visceral. But it is a visceral ending for the win. They're going to be forcing into this. It's not pretty.
No, it's not. Oh, no. It's really not pretty at all, especially with Wonderful finding the opener. And Scout being dinked down as well. 2 MP9s, an M4, trying to salvage the game. Maybe stadodo on his little expedition could find anything. No. The IGL with Team Spirit immediately decapitates him. And with this advantage, this feels very difficult to try and recover, especially with the low HP of Agile. Does get a nice tag onto Patsy at the very least. But that should be all.
Yeah, he's going to fall back. Push coming through. Dealt with immediately. This one should be being wrapped up shortly. You can tell by the funky camera angle here. Agile falls and Team Spirit will be taking the map. 16-14. It took the entire distance. They do take their opponent's map pick of Dust2.
Yeah, they do. I was really impressed with how Team Spirit controlled that game, especially on the T side, by working through middle round after round. Not only were they conditioning for the win that they could go B at any moment, but they were just anchoring the players into the bomb site, meaning whenever they executed in towards A, towards the latter stages of the first half, it was always relatively undefended, or the players were